And even though it happens on a every other day basis, it is time for Dave Meltzer's dumb moment of the week. So Dave Meltzer gets quote tweeted by Wrestle Mobs and says they Wrestle Mobs has to say any chance of a quote credit for this in the future. And Dave gets called out tremendously. So Dave, the Wrestling Observer reports, Styles, when asked if he had called Will Ospreay to join WWE, which Ospreay had already related. So apparently Ospreay implied to who? To you, Dave, that AJ Styles was contacted about Ospreay potentially joining WWE. What AJ had to say was, what I'm focused on right now would be WWE. I'm focused on what's going on with my own family. So it's hard to focus on what's going on outside of that. But yeah, of course, why would I not want some of the best talent in the world to come to WWE? I mean, I think they're great guys. Listen, if he were a douchebag, I probably would have called on him too. See if he wants to come here, to see if we can agree with him. But I think he's a great talent. And there's a lot of them out there. It's only a matter of time before we get to them. So AJ being a WWE guy through and through, absolutely being a WWE guy through and through and through and through and through. So Styles obviously called Will Ospreay, but then Dave, like, this is just so much more Ospreay cope of Dave trying to be like, well, Ospreay was justified in his fucking blah, blah, blah. And it's just, I'm so sick of it. I just want Ospreay, as Eric Bischoff would say, to shut up and wrestle. Tell me to fuck myself, go ahead, but that's where I'm at with it. Hairline, your thoughts on, and then, oh yeah, by the way, this was a quote. So Meltzer quoted AJ, but it was Wrestle Mobs' quote in an interview they got, and they're like,
Will Ospreay recently talked about how he would try to recruit. Sure, of course. Are there any other?
Where did they film this? In a fucking airport lobby? What the fuck is going on? Why is the interview so bad?
Talent out there, I suppose, from an Irish perspective or a UK perspective. Any other UK or Irish-based talent that your eye on you think one day?
Well, it's hard to keep eyes on what I've got to be focused on. Focused on right now would be WWE.
Okay, you can't even hear what these motherfuckers are saying, guys. Sorry about that. Like they film this shit and shout them out. Like shout them out. I'm not hating on them, but you can't even hear what AJ said. But either way, Dave Meltzer lifted the fucking whole quote and didn't even, like, that's why I don't make tweets of that. I don't do like the quote and then try and credit, like you see accounts that do that and shout them out. I appreciate they do that, but I'll never do that, because then you get tangled up in people going, hey, can you at least quote me? It's like, yeah, I just show you guys my fucking Twitter. You know what I mean? Hey, here's my Twitter. I don't have a burner. Here's my fucking Twitter. You guys see what's everything. Like, it's just, here's me. Here's Phil Marks. Like, here it is. So that's the way to do it to me, because otherwise, because I'm just trying to laugh at this shit. I'm not taking it too seriously. But either way, Dave boosting, lifting, Dave's a thief. I might title it that. Dave, though,
I guess first off, it's all like, how pathetic are these guys that they even care that Meltzer's doing this or that? Like, God.
Well, I mean, come on, man, because Dave is a lot of eyeballs go there in comparison to a lot of other people. Someone tried to break it down. Oh, go ahead.
But the whole argument is like all those eyeballs that are going there are just that key demo. You know what I'm saying? So it's just that key demo who was already like looking at this article. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody's eyes were going on. Okay, so their article of this, you know what I'm saying? Like, were WWE fans reading this article? No, it was strictly for AEW fans.
Hairline, dude, it's the most. No, you're right, dude. It's the most cynical show ever. Like, you and Awful appearing on the live show tonight. So crazy and cynical, and I love it. I love it. So, in other news from the Wrestling Observer, Bryan Danielson's AEW contract expires before All In, and he wants to wrestle at Wembley, though, even though it expires before All In. So, I thumbed through the article. I won't lie. It's just, we obviously know that he's going to stick around and do All In if that's what he wants to do. Hairline, do you think that Danielson levies a contract negotiation somewhat between WWE and AEW? Or do you think he just asks Tony for a number and he just gives him the number if you had to predict?
Yeah, honestly, I kind of think Brian is loyal to Tony.
Fair enough. Simple enough. I was smoking that Perry pack, guys. So Hairline answered real quick and succinctly. Yeah. So this is per. Oh, yeah. So here, we're going to roast a dirt sheet. Cultaholic is getting lumped in with Dave Meltzer, dumb moment of the week. I meant to do this earlier, but
fucking dorks.
So Cultaholic
Can't
tweets out,
stand it.
and you're going to love this as a New Japan mark, and especially that era that you and I love, that Hairline claims I helped get him into, but like really I didn't. You know what? I don't feel like I did, but Hairline feels I did.
Well,
So
it's
that's
like,
awesome.
hey, I helped you and then you helped me, and now here we are, bada boom.
Bro, yeah, because you turned me on to NXT, but I was like, look at this Japan shit. But it was really like you were already up on the shits. You already knew the shits. But either way, Tango. So this is according to Cultaholic, and they haven't pulled this down yet. And they say Tango Loa has seemingly undergone a slight name change, as he was presented as Tonga Loa on last night's WWE SmackDown. Now, his name's always been Tonga Loa. Some iterations of his name, wrestling in Japan, has been T. So the one that's spelled here, folks, if you can see me highlighting it, Tonga space LOA, Tonga Loa. That's how it's always been. Always been, or with an A, Tonga with an A, TANGALOA, and also sometimes the L is replaced with an R. I've seen that as well. But either way, they said Tango Loa. Now, I thought it was funny. I laughed at it. Some people got mad. They're like, oh, why did the... Either way, though, like, someone edit this. Get a fucking editor, guys. There's spell check. There's probably even an AI. You could probably put this shit in Chat GPT and get it spell checked correctly. And Tango Loa, his name was never Tango Loa. Or if they're serious, his name was never Tango Loa. Or was it? Was that a nickname? Am I a mark? Tango was his name. Oh, anyways, Cultaholic gets lumped in to this week's Meltzer moment.
Dummy, yeah.
So Dave Meltzer reports some smart shit here, but then he has to weigh in on the negative shit. But he does say WWE set 54 different arena pro wrestling gate records so far this year. In 2024, fool? 54 different arena pro wrestling gate records this year in 2024? Wait a minute. And it's a contest? Kendrick and Drake? Dave Meltzer. He reports some other facts you guys can see. Cody Rhodes versus AJ Styles. Actually, this isn't facts, but Cody Rhodes to shout out academics. Talking about Kendrick and Drake. If you guys know what I'm putting down. Cody Rhodes versus AJ Styles. Undisputed championship match at Backlash. 5 stars. He actually doled out 5 stars to WWE. Hairline, your thoughts on that? To me, this match, sorry, before you get into your thoughts, this match was not 5 stars the same way he rated. I got it. Phil Marks is going to be real with you. The way he rated Danielson and Ospreay, I will not rate the same. I can't just go, yeah, he gave it to WWE, and that's right. Even though the crowd was over, because I feel they lose at least 1 star, full star, for the build. It just the build felt awkward, shoehorned. They had that weird, awkward handshake after the alleged Cody injury with Carmelo Hayes, and it's like, are they working, or is this like they just did this to kill time because Cody's really hurt, and like at the SmackDown leading up or whatever? And so, to me, I go, because of the build alone, that loses a full star in my book. So I'll go like 4, sure, maybe a little less. Hairline, if you had to, because it wasn't in the Tokyo Dome and 7 stars is just stupid and dumb and cheating, would you give this match 5 stars if you were Meltzer? No, not if you're Meltzer, but yourself personally. Let's say like 5 is the maximum. 1 is Brendan Schaub, like just the drizzling shits. Would you give the 5 stars to Cody and AJ, even though the crowd was so hot and the match was solid? But like, to me, I'm like, it's not even a 5-star match. I don't know.
I think it deserves 5 stars.
5s? Okay, dude. Let's hear. Like, why though? Like, why would you give it 5 though?
Well, because like the Young Bucks have how many fucking 4 point whatever fucking star matches.
Okay,
So,
but if you're not Dave though, if you're not Dave, like, and
I
you,
have to do it like Dave
yeah, okay, sure,
because it's
yeah,
his
because it's such
thing.
an arbitrary thing. What are we even talking about? What the fuck are we doing, Hairline? Jesus Christ! Oh my God!
Dummy, yeah.
What are we even talking about? Dave
I just
stars.
like
Jesus Christ! That's why we're doing this segment, guys. Okay, so. So we talked about before like just cope. I don't know, this is a horrible transition, but Dave, because this is old news, right? They were in Edmonton, they were in Rogers Place, and Dave already had built-in defenses. He was like, there was a lot of concern regarding AEW fans leaving early at last night's AEW due to the NHL Stanley Cup game between the Edmonton Oilers and Vancouver Canucks. There was a lot of concern about the crowd leaving because of the hockey game, and a lot of people left right at 8. A lot of people left at 8 p.m. and didn't stay for the ROH stuff. And it's like, no shit. No shit, dude. Like, what the fuck did you think was going to happen during the playoffs? Tony's got to have the foresight. And I swear, because, dude, I've worked with, like, there's a movie called, I think, Janky Promoters. I think it's got, like, Samuel Jackson in it. I think it's got Ice Cube. I might be talking out of my ass. I might be conflating two movies or blending them together in my mind in hindsight. But a long time ago, like I want to say like 20 years ago, I watched a movie called Janky Promoters. And it's what they do, right? Like you try to slime off other shit. You know what I mean? It's like, Hairline, you were just on tour, God damn it. You know how these promoters get down, bro. They're fucking janky as shit. And it seems like that's like what did Tony think? Like, oh yeah, we'll get the playoff people to come next door, or they'll sit here and watch wrestling before going to the Oilers.
That'd be great.
Yeah, it just seemed, and then like Sky Blue got harassed and all that. It just seemed like a poor execution, if I do say so myself. But Dave stooped into like uber dumb fuck territory, man. So he's already coping right here, and then here's more cope. And it just gets sad right here. So at Meltzer said what? Give him a follow. Pardon me. He says his comment to Dave is irrelevant stats until the PlayStation View numbers come in. So when I read that, I go, what do you mean PlayStation View? So Forbes reports that according to Dave Meltzer of Wrestling Observer Radio, AEW Dynamite had more than triple the viewers than WWE NXT on PlayStation View. And then they say, this is Forbes, dude. They say, though this data obviously represented a very small sample size, obviously.
Oh,
why is Dave reaching? He's a real numbers guy. This is why the MMA community tries to put Dave over, because he's a real numbers guy. And he says, that AEW had more than triple the viewers than NXT on PlayStation View. Hairline, what the fuck is PlayStation View? I don't even know what that is, dude. What is that? Do you know what that is?
No, I have no fucking idea because I'm not a fucking dork that lives in my mom's basement.
Okay, dude. You're cutting promos. No, I seriously, I think I got cut out for a second. But anyways, I don't know what the fuck PlayStation View is. I truly, dude. And here's the thing. I'm an Xbox player. If I do game out like that, I like Xbox and shit.
Same.
Personally. So like I'm not a hater on PlayStation, but I just played Xbox so long. That's what the fuck I do. But anyways, though. Terms such as hashtag AEW Dynamite and hashtag I'm with AEW trended throughout Wednesday on Twitter. I'm with AEW. Ugh. Yeah, I'm not even gonna keep reading this. What the fuck? Ugh. So just Dave, like, what the fuck is PlayStation? I don't even know what that is. So I got tagged in this by someone called 3@3Sean316. Shout them out. They tagged me in so much. You are going to want to bookmark this. So I didn't watch it at all. I just liked it, bookmarked it. And here's Dave. We are talking about the TV deal and all of that. And Dave actually says something about Raw being given away for, are they just giving it away? And it's a short. Here's Meltzer. Can you guys see that? Yeah, chat. I love you so much. You guys have been, this is crazy, man. I love doing the show every Saturday. Here we go.
$0 for Raw for the last 3 months of the year. So it's actually, when it comes to
the financials and everything, it's $25 million more than they expected.
Wait, what the fuck is he talking about? Hold on, we're gonna watch it twice, guys.
It is a steal, though. But I mean, what they weren't expecting anything with that 3 months, because what are you going to do? Like, what company is going to spend any money for a 3-month show that you're losing to Netflix right away? It's
Because Dave, they gain because they're getting big ratings and they're gonna replace it with SmackDown. Did I predict that? I'm so sorry. Am I the one who's been saying that forever? It's probably gonna be that because I randomly said that fucking 25 mil and that they were gonna, like, you can go back. It was like I said, like 20. I was like, they're just gonna pay them and then stay on USA until Netflix, probably, or like I could see that happening because they're getting good ratings and SmackDown could just replace them and fill the slot, not on Monday, but on like just like because SmackDown's leaving Fox or whatever the fuck. We're just putting pieces together. We're just guessing. We're not fucking, but it's just Dave's such a fucking idiot, man. Sorry, I'm shooting on him hard today, but I'm drinking a couple of beer. What?
a lame duck show.
What?
You have no, it's of no
a
value.
lame duck. A lame duck. That's what. Jesus Christ. Yeah, and I'll mollywop you, Sally. A lame duck.
I mean, yeah, you get some ratings for 13 weeks, but it means nothing in the long run. They budgeted $0 for Raw for the last 3 months of the year. So it's actually, when it comes to the financials and everything, it's $25 million more than they expected. It is a steal, though. But I mean, what they weren't expecting anything with that 3 months, because what are you going to do? Like, what companies
They weren't expecting anything, but they did a fucking however many $1 million deal. What the fuck is he talking?
going to spend any money for a 3-month show that you're losing to Netflix right away? It's a lame duck.
They're not losing to Netflix, Dave, and they're all conglomerates. So, like, can we Google, like, what's the USA? Who owns? I'm gonna Google it. Like, we're gonna get into some Black Helicopters, BlackRock. Who owns USA Network? You just Google that shit, and it'll tell you, like, NBC. So who the fuck owns NBC? Look up WWE NBC or whatever, right? There, I'm pretty sure NBC in France, like NBC airs WWE in France. No, am I wrong about that? Were they not running ads for that before Backlash? NBC France.
Yeah,
Someone
they
fact
were.
check me. Yeah. Because you know why I'm right? Because I fucking know what the fuck I'm talking about. So Dave is so stupid. He doesn't understand the shit. He's coping. The problem in MMA, because I follow this guy on multiple angles, bro. In MMA, this dude is like, they all go, he's legit because he gets real facts about ticket numbers, TV ratings, and like pay-per-view sales and shit. But he can't use that to cope for AEW. Can't use that as a defense of AEW. So he just fails every fucking time. That's all it is. So it's hilarious though, lame duck. That's cute. Here, we'll just finish this clip. It's like a second longer.
Show. You have no, it's of no value. I mean, yeah, you
Raw's of no value. They just gave him 25 million or whatever the fuck for it. Raw's of no value. What a fuck. It's not a good lead into that country guy. What's that show? Those country guys, those guys who own a farm, whatever the fuck that reality show is. Barmageddon. It used to be Barmageddon with Nikki Bella. That's what I'm talking about. Like, Dave is talking so fucking dumb, dude.
get some ratings for 13 weeks, but it means nothing in the long run. They budgeted zero.
The TV ratings they'll get for the 13 weeks mean nothing in the long run. Like, I just can't, dude. I don't even have to explain this. It's fucking ridiculous. Here, we're gonna jump back into the bookmarks here but Hairline, what do you think about Dave's rambling so far? He literally just said Raw has no value and that USA just shilled out however many millions because they're just losing out in the end. It doesn't matter. Batman.
I want to know what he was doing to that goddamn mic the entire fucking time, man. Christ.
You don't like his mic handling abilities, dude?
No, he's just palming the shit out of it, bro. It's all like, dude, chill out. This is why we don't show ourselves on the fucking podcast. Like, people are such marks for yourself.
It is kind of fresh. Hairline knows he was just on tour. Goddammit. Yeah, he was running the B shows. He was running the A loop. No, but like, you go on the road and like you hit some of these venues and like you're setting your shit up and then like everyone's Everyone's staring at you, and you're just like, it's so cringy. I agree, dude. I agree. Hairline's right, dude. Dave. So like, so Tom. So this is the biggest thing with the dirt sheets. Okay, because don't worry, guys. Kenny's gonna bury Dave. We're gonna get into it. Well, let's look at chat. PlayStation View is like a streaming service to get TV channels, and like TBS and TNT through PlayStation. Well, that's fucking dumb. NBC Universal owns USA. There you go. Comcast. Who cares? It's NBC. Yeah. So thank you. So Tongaloa, aka Tongaloa, aka Tangoloa, if you ask cultaholics, all of a sudden shows up in France when all the dirt sheets are saying it's going to be Jacob. It's going to be even PWT, but we're not fucking news, dude. That's the thing. We're just talking. Hey, Marty might say some shit. You know, he's just saying some shit. We're just talking. Tongaloa, though, he showed Tango. See, I'm calling him that now because we're fucking. It's like a meme now. It should be a meme. And GOD's Gorillas of Destiny. This channel did a lot of fucking hyping them up during Backlash. We went live during Backlash. I was marking out. I was screaming, yelling, yes, GOD's. Look at this picture. Intimidating, menacing. 3 real motherfuckers. Haku's kids. Rikishi's kid. It's so good. They're building to so much dope shit. Nobody knew, though. Fucking the dirt sheets, PWT, we're burying ourselves. Nobody fucking knew that Tongaloa is going to show up. And I speculated on the show. I said, listen, Tongaloa's contract's not up for a while, right? But maybe they would buy him out. WWE's making all this money. Did they do that? We'll never know, especially not with people like Dave Meltzer reporting it. Who knows? But this is what's being claimed now, that Tongaloa's WWE deal and Tama Tonga's were actually done together. And Dave actually knew this, but he didn't report it before Backlash, in Lyon, France. So Dave actually says that Tongaloa's deal and Tama Tonga's were actually together. And it's actually it's actually just that with Tongaloa. Yeah, it didn't actually get out because New Japan never actually announced his contract expiring. But he didn't actually say contract expiring. Like, this is in brackets, dude. So he's like, New Japan never announced actually. They never gave him they never gave him a farewell. So because they never gave him a mark. Okay, no, they gave Tama Tonga a farewell, but they never gave Tongaloa a farewell. But because they didn't give Tongaloa a mark-ass fucking celebration for a Twitter clip for Dave Meltzer, who fast forwards through the shows, which he admits, because they didn't give him a little send-off because WWE paid him enough money to tell New Japan to say, don't give me a fucking send-off. Because they did that, they obviously, according to Dave, WWE obviously never announces anything like this. So Dave New Japan never announced it. So how would the whole general public know I'm the news $12.99? Do you guys want to pay to hear this bullshit, or do you want to give me $12.99 and I'll make fun of this all fucking day? What are you talking about? This is crazy. This is fucking madness, dude. So he has all the insight now that the deal happened. But the GODs and WWE, Dave, this deal was decided on months ago. Dave, why didn't you report it months ago? You fucking asshole. Hairline, your thoughts. Your thoughts, dude. And give me your thoughts on the new bloodline, too.
I think that Dave actually knows the new bloodline better than the new bloodline knows the new bloodline.
Hairline, how do you like the GODs? You know, I'm a big New Japan mark. You're a big New Japan mark. They're the MFTs. They're with Solo. So we have Haku-sons with Rikishi's youngest boy, and they're doing their god. They look great. They look like $1 million, and they're doing their thing in WWE. Roman's going to come back, team up with Jimmy and Jay. Jacob's probably going to join Jimmy, Jay, and Roman. The Rock will probably join this faction. That's me doing my goddamn Mulder shit. Hairline, you're down with all that or what?
No, I'm heavily looking forward to all that, especially when Roman's baby-faced with the Usos. But man, imagine when all 3 of them are doing the fucking the Jay Yeet fucking taunt.
Oh my
And
god.
Pat McAfee's gonna be losing his goddamn mind.
So Uncle Dave, speaking of the bloodline and Solo Sikoa, sorry guys, I'm getting the fucking blue check. Fuck you guys. I gotta do it for the show's sake, dude. Uncle Dave, pretty much. So this is at AEW Disciplinary Committee. Shout out Dis, man. I love fucking Dis. And again, he's another guy, man. We go back and forth. I love that more than anything. It's so needed in today's society. But anyways, Uncle Dave pretty much listed everyone he could think of on SmackDown for the next challenger to Cody, and still got it wrong somehow. Can't make this stuff up. I gotta like that one. That's absolutely stole the words out of my mouth. So Dave Meltzer says, on SmackDown. So this is before they announced the King of the Ring and the brackets, I believe, right? Going into, because like SmackDown, they didn't announce yesterday at the time of this being live. They didn't announce like any of the competitors on the SmackDown side of either King of the Ring, Queen of the Ring bracket. So Dave says on SmackDown, the key title contenders would seem to be Solo Sikoa, LA Knight, and Randy Orton. Orton versus Rhodes should happen, but with more build. Knight can happen now, but both Knight and Orton are in the tournament. Sikoa is not, nor is Kevin Owens. But Owens was pinned on this show, which doesn't mean he can't challenge for the title at the next pay-per-view show. At the next pay-per-view show. What? But it would seem likely.
Can you translate it?
Yeah, it's exactly what fucking Dis said, man. It's just Dave just named everyone on SmackDown and was like, yeah, they could all definitely be I'm the observer. I mean, I guess that's right. I guess that's like, we can't clown on him. It's just so funny how he says things and like he wants to be taken serious as news, but then he wants to be taken serious as just like a guy talking shit like us as well. So it's like you got to pick a lane. That's the whole thing. A lot of these guys don't pick a fucking lane. Yeah, so that's just hilarious, dude. That is so funny. And so speaking of like pay-per-view shows, as Dave calls them, at the next pay-per-view show, Dave talks about pay-per-views. This is some of the dumbest shit, guys. I can't even with this. Oh my god. Dave reports that WWE Backlash 2024 had the lowest pay-per-view buys in history.
What?
So Dave goes, the Google searches, Google it. Google it. The Google searches were the lowest for any WWE pay-per-view I've ever seen. 100,000.
The Google search.
Google it.
What were AEW's?
Oh shit, dude! I'm fucking crying. Even just reading this one, I started dying before I even pulled it up. It's early, so the first week. It's early, so the first week number it's gonna grow, but the first week number it was like 3,700. Okay, what is he even talking about? The first week after it's on pay-per-view, like, so he goes, financially, a WWE pay-per-view number doesn't mean anything because of the people are going to be watching on Peacock. Exactly. So what? But the one thing a pay-per-view number can tell you is how much interest is there. So there's more interest in AEW than WWE. Oh man, hold up. He starts spitting up. Yeah. Oh man, I'm literally crying. Here we go. The one thing a pay-per-view number can tell you is how much interest is there. And this one was down 39%. 39% from the same period leading into the Chamber show. Like, what are you even waffling about, bruv? Which was the Perth show. Oh man, it was the lowest in history for a WWE show as far as pay-per-view buys, and it looks to be by a significant margin. In WWE history, like of your Google searches, Dave, what are you talking about? Oh man, what is this guy on about, dude? Hairline, what do you make of that? That's one of the funniest shits I've ever read in my life.
Well, so next time he's all like, the AEW pay-per-views are doing fine. I want you to like copy and paste where he says like the ratings droppings are clear indicator that people aren't liking it.
Google it. Google it. And he goes, oh my God, it's so funny how he goes, but the one thing pay-per-view number can tell you is how much interest is there. What,
Right.
bro? There's shit thrown on pay-per-view all the time that fucking bombs. Why do you think Jake Paul and Mike Tyson are fighting on Netflix live? Because Jake Paul doesn't do pay-per-view numbers. You fucking idiot. Like, it's not even a shoot on Jake Paul. Like, he garners like social media attention, but like it doesn't convert, bro. So it's just like
Right.
Dave is so like pay-per-views. They're called PLEs, Dave. Are you not with them? They're called
Fucking
PLEs. They're not even called pay-per-views anymore in WWE.
Right. Yeah.
You
They call them
fucking
stuff in news stores.
Oh my God, man. Oh my God.
Here it
Kenny
is.
Omega. What everybody's been waiting for.
Yep,
Should
the
I give you
headline.
guys, are we gonna hot shot books? So should I give you guys like another flute just to fucking let's do one more.
Yeah,
I'll
give
give
them
you
one.
guys another flute. Yeah, we'll go one more. Because it feels good and it's Saturday night and it's like, we're going extra long. It's 3.5 hours, dude. I was like, we're gonna go like a couple hours, but it's just so many viewers and we're just going. It's just been such a great show, but it's the moment pretty much everyone's been waiting for. But Kenny Omega before, yeah, and we'll close it out with something very like positive and nice. Don't worry, it's like a positivity cookie sandwich. So a cookie sandwich, does that make sense? An Oreo. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. I've been drinking, but this is what I'm trying to tell you is that we're going to close it out with a little positivity, but we got to shit all over Dave. We got to do it. So here's Kenny, though, slamming his own anime freak fan base. And then he talks about Dave, but this fits into this segment about as much as Cultaholics because hairline, anime freaks and Cultaholics. What do you think?
Yeah, those are the same people.
So here's Kenny Omega talking about his anime freak fan base according to WWF counselor.
Joshi Wrestling, that's Stardom. There it is again. Yeah. What I'm doing? That's the piddler right there. I'm jerking the fucking piddler.
Everyone's doing fucking Phil Marks' gimmick now, dude. Everyone's just snapping and being ridiculous. What is this shit? This motherfucker is dude, he's sponsored by Street Fighter and he's like, yeah, the fucking fiddler. He's going off, dude. Cussing like a sailor. Let's go. I fucking love Kenny Omega, dude.
Joshi Wrestling, that's Stardom. There it is again. Yeah. What I'm doing? That's the piddler right there. I'm jerking the fucking piddler. All you fucking pervert piddlers out there.
Oh shit. Oh shit, dude.
Piddlers. There's more out there than just fucking Stardom. Shut the fuck up. Such a huge world out there. Give me a break.
Kenny, though, I love you to death. And you are right about that. And I will never. I'm on Kevin Kelly's team too, bruv. We're team Kevin Kelly. I'll never back down from calling out the P3DOs. You guys know what I'm talking about?
Stardom. Shut the fuck up.
You two don't fuck around. We go to Rumble, guys. We're gonna do a Rumble show. A Royal Rumble. Once a week.
Up. Such a huge world out there. Give me a break. And if it weren't, here's the thing. Here's another thing. I'm sure you guys have heard of Asuka, right?
Yeah, no shit. Asuka? Yeah, no shit, buddy.
Joshi Wrestling, that's Stardom. There it is again.
Okay, whatever. He went off. I think I looped it like 4 times. Anyways, so here is now the 4.5-minute clip that we're going to all EFAP together. And shout out at Etten Gregory. Here we go. Let's turn this up. Here's Kenny Omega and Michael Nakazawa continuing along. And basically he just destroys AEW. People say he's playing a gimmick. Hairline, I want your thoughts on it after he's done his rant, and we'll pause and react. But who knows if it's gimmick or not? They're trying to sort of make him on TV like he should be the CM Punk in that angle. They should have did a long ass time ago that they never did. But here we go.
People, I will never discredit Dave Like I said, I think he has a very valuable place within the industry. It's just that I do think that
I thought it paused. Time cop. I was like, did I just freeze the Flash? The Flash. It's a really great film.
I
Time
think that
Cap's
the
very
emphasis
provocative.
on his show and on his newsletter, and I know he'll say it was never the match ratings. I think it needs to even more so shift away from that, because it's just you can't even use the ratings as a way to as a suggestion for matches for people anymore. It's like, what? This is a fucking 5-star match. This changed the business. Apparently, this was perfect.
Hairline. He's Barry in the 5-star system, dude. What do you think, dude? He's Barry and Meltzer.
It's about babyface Kenny, dog. That's what I was talking to fucking the chat about while you were gone. Is that it's crazy that Kenny Omega's like got over with our like he's talking like how we talk,
dude. And I love it. And I tried to tell everyone forever, dude. Like, this is how he is. Oh, I'm cracking a soda water. For every alcoholic beverage you drink, you better drink one water right after. Haha, in Minecraft. Perry Pack. Let's go.
Perfect. This match was better than perfect. What? What the fuck are you watching? The problem is when you're too much of a fan, you actually.
A lot of people say that this is Kenny being bitter because Ospreay is now Dave Meltzer's new little fucking.
That's just them coping.
So that's the fan base coping, you believe?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Actually start to become ignorant to some things that terrible in wrestling. You forgive things for existing that shouldn't happen. There's a lot of in-between stuff that if you're just a fan, you've never done it, and you don't understand how important the in-between stuff is for not only crowd interaction, but emotional engagement.
Am I fucking just talking? Dude, this is what I try to tell. I go, Kenny cares about these things, and he tries to fit these things in. Da 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 da, and then he talks about it on the shit. Like, am I not? Like, come on, dude. Me and Kenny would fucking chill, dude. We'd be playing fucking Street Fighter and shit. He listens to PWT Confirmed. I think this confirms it. I think it confirms it, Hairline. I don't know.
Emotional engagement.
No, I think it's Pink Hoodie confirms that he listens to PWT.
Much of a fan. If you're just hanging on, oh, God, I can't wait to see this next move. Oh, if you're that degree of fan, you're going to miss out on some of the nuanced stuff that a casual fan, a casual person, a normal human being will pick up and go, that's a fucking athlete. I believe this guy. I feel this guy.
Kenny's a believable athlete. I've always said those words.
So, that's why I do think you need sort of a fresh perspective on everything that happens in a match. Not just, hey, for the ultra fans that are into moves and sequences and kickouts and all that.
Ultra fans who are into moves and sequences and kickouts and all that. Go look at any of my Twitter argument marks where I tell them pacing matters, facials matter. People say, oh, Kenny's gesticulating and facials, and even shout out Cornette. I love Cornette, but I'm just saying, oh, he's gesticulating. Yeah, bro. He's trying to sell shit overly. He's overselling because the style's so fast paced. Just these marks don't fucking matter. Kenny, go to WWE, man. You're gonna crush it there. And even if he's working me, I worked you. I don't really believe this, but I worked you on my game stream because you're a fucking Mark Phil Marks, and you're fucking. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm Phil Marks, so exactly. I know. I know, Kenny. Kenny, go to WWE. Oh, he'll be in NXT. No. If Awful was here, he'd say, oh, he's going to be in NXT, Phil. No. Motherfucker, he ain't. Hairline. Do you think Kenny would be main roster automatically or NXT first?
Yeah, main roster easily. Because he was a leader of the Bullet Club, and look at how they did all the leaders of the Bullet Club. I guess they'll Finn with the NXT first, huh? I'm contradicting myself.
No, but you're not though, because he was sort of the exception. Like AJ was over in America more than Devitt was over in America, right? Like, yeah, AJ was over in Japan, but Devitt was maybe more over in Japan than AJ was in Japan, but AJ was over in America. Cody's over in America. He was a WWE guy. He's not going to go back to NXT. He's going to get brought in on the main roster, right? Like he was already on the main roster when he left. So, you know, it's like bringing Carlito back and having maybe not Carlito, but you guys know what I'm saying. Anyways, here's Kenny burying Dave. Kenny's burying fucking Dave, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
fuck
I
the
think
stars.
we almost need to. There needs to be a fucking disclaimer. Like, this is for the hypermarks.
Yeah, shout out Kevin Kelly. Fuck the hypermarks, even though I'm a hypermark. No, not fuck us though, dude. Like we're dope, dude. Like
No, fuck
hypermarks
'em.
buy shit. We buy shit. Like, you know, hairline. We're marks, dude. We're talking about like Tremont and shit on this show. You know what I mean? Nobody else with this audience talks about fucking those matches. You know what I mean? But we do it. God damn it. We try to. So hypermarks, shout them all out. I'm a hypermark. You have to keep it real about what a hypermark is. That's what we fucking do. I call everybody a mark. You can't get offended at it, you know. The truth is, we're marks. I'm a fucking mark. Kenny's calling out the marks. Here we go.
I think you almost need to. There needs to be a fucking disclaimer. Like, this is for the hypermarks.
Dave's working you, is what Kenny's saying. Nakazawa's nervous. He's down with Dave. He stooges to Dave.
I hate to use the word mark. It's not a good word to use. But hyper fan, like the fan. Like, I love. And I was there too. I've been there. I was there for years and years of my life.
Yeah, Kenny, you're wearing a fucking pink Ryu hoodie. You're a mark, dude. You're one of us, dude. That's why we relate to CM Punk, because he seems like a guy that I fucking hang. He seems like me growing up.
And
Kenny reminds me of that fully. And I like that they're inserting him into that Punk position storyline wise. And I feel like this stuff could all be a work storyline wise if they're trying to work the online marks, which means they're listening to PWT, because I'm the one who fucking harps all the time on how WWE works the online shit and then the kayfabe. They do it perfectly, masterfully. AEW doesn't do that. And then now they're just doing that all the time. Or is this that Kenny's really like, fuck Dave, because Osprey's his new toy type shit? You know, like Chad has to let me know. The comments have to let me know. I don't know. You know, I don't know. Are they listening to PWT? I don't know. It's like,
You are listening to PWT.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't. God damn it, Kenny. We're begging. We're manifesting this PWT chat. We're manifesting.
As I said earlier in the video, the pink hoodie is a clear indicator that he does indeed listen to PWT.
Yeah.
As you grow, you just develop other interests. And I've always had an appreciation for other sports, other forms of media, and moves can only tell so much of a story. There's so much more that goes into an emotional performance that
He wants a goddamn job. Do you think this is him? He wants a job in WWE, and he knows he got a peek at the books. Like, y'all, you guys see that Black Saturday Dark Side of the Ring? And Ole Anderson got a peek of the books. And he goes, yo, I'm taking this shit over. Like, yo, this shit's about to fucking flop. Do you guys think Kenny? Sorry, I'm banging my mic. I'm getting excited. But do you guys think Kenny is, he got a peek at the books and he's like, God damn, WWE, WrestleMania in Vegas. Hey, what's up? You guys need a lights out moment. AEW
captivates you. And I think that, especially when the precedent has been set in a certain way in today's current age, with the sort of ADHD wrestling that I've been subjected to lately.
Oh, ADHD, I have that.
You don't reset the standards for just today's wrestling. If anything, I think things have degraded. I think we've regressed a little bit as professional wrestlers, in my opinion. And I don't even want to be a hater. It's not for lack of effort. Athletically, the level is higher than ever. People are moving faster, they're stronger. But is it better? That's for the viewer to decide. If I showed certain matches that are heavily praised to a normal,
and because Kenny realizes, yeah, I got to slow my work down. If I didn't work like such a madman, my fucking body's dilapidating and falling apart. Because that's what happens to these guys, man. And then you see the longevity in WWE. Are you fucking kidding me? But then I guess you could argue, like, well, look at Tonga, but like he couldn't have a match like Kenny has put on matches as well. Not to shit on one, not to lower one to raise the other. People that I put over and love. So don't twisted. But like Kenny, maybe it's just with age you get wise, man. I'm not like fucking. I'm 32, bro. We talk about. I'm not fucking old, but it's just like with age comes, you know, you get wise, dude.
Person or a person from another discipline, a martial artist or a non-professional athlete, they might go, "What the fuck is this?" Or like, "It's okay, it's cool."
What the
But
fuck
then if
is
you
this?
show something with a real story that could capture anybody, as would a good series or movie or drama. For example, I was never into
Time cop.
car racing, but when I watched Initial D, to anime about car racing, I loved every last minute of it because of the way they told the story. It wasn't just cars whipping around corners drifting. Like,
Tokyo Drift. Time cop. Jean-Claude Van Damme.
sure, that's cool. How much of that and that alone could you watch? No, it was the characters, it were the car types, it was the music, it was everything.
Nissan. I'm sorry. I don't even know.
I lost the plot, pal. And now it's time for me to take over. I'll educate the people the right way this time. Anyway,
Hairline. Is that a work or is that a shoot on Meltzer?
people, I will never discredit.
Well, okay, I guess what I'll start here with is like, are Kenny Omega's in-ring promos and like work this good? You know what I'm saying? So like, doesn't this and the previous Twitch stream, don't they stand apart from his other bodies of work? You know what I'm saying? So like, that's what makes me feel it's real. Because like, why wouldn't he be doing this as his character? You know what I'm saying? Because like, this is some of his best shit.
Exactly. And so do you think that because Dave has sort of christened or chosen Will Ospreay as the new, like his new little favorite guy, you know? Do you think that that's why Kenny's speaking out a little bit? Or do you think it's just Kenny's maybe always felt this way, but like what it seems awkward. Like, is it okay? Is it a coincidence, the timing that now all of a sudden Meltzer's favorite new guy is Osprey, and now Kenny's like, yo, fuck you. You know what I mean?
I- Honestly, I don't think so though, man. Because like, Kenny wouldn't have put him over at Wembley and like took the 62 fucking neck driver, whatever the fuck.
Was that at Wembley? Well, no, didn't Osprey fight Jericho at Wembley?
Oh,
Or am I
that
fucking
too,
wrong?
bro. Well, wherever the fuck he wrestled, I don't care. Whatever.
He wrestled Kenny. Yeah. Where he dropped him on
AEW
his.
sucks.
And so Dave Meltzer, because we're still
but
in
Kenny
this.
Omega's great.
Dave Meltzer gets asked though, and here's awful. He bookmarked it, and AMHE613 says, Dave, care to comment on Omega's comments about you? And Dave Meltzer quote tweets it and
then
says,
he ruins it.
and says Omega and Osprey are building a feud. It's part of the angle. So as Hairline just said, well, it's not part of the on-screen shit. Why the fuck is he bringing it up? And Meltzer says, they're building a feud. It's part of an angle. That's why Kenny buried me. But what does Osprey have to do with the angle of Okada and the Bucks that have been jumping him, Kenny, on TV? Like, Osprey has nothing to do with that shit. So what the fuck?
What fucking Marvin said there, man?
What did Marvin say here? Yeah. Oh,
Right
yes.
there.
That hot, fresh Kenny Osprey feud, they're clearly building on TV right now.
Right.
Oh my
That sums
god.
it all up right there.
Oh my god. Yeah, dude. It's oh man, it's so ridiculous. Yeah, Dave, you're not getting buried on TV. You're getting buried like IRL on this guy's real life fucking streams, dude.
Even worse, Twitch.
How big of an ego does Meltzer have to assume that two of the best in the world have to build a feud around him? Well, it's because he thinks that he's helping them get over. He thinks that because of the shit he says about them is the reason their stock went up and blah, 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 blah. Now, does he maybe have an argument to that? Sure. The press can always influence the way that people view things or see things or, say things. But ultimately, at the end of the day, though, when it's like Let's say Hairline owns a wrestling fed and I own a dirt sheet. Why the fuck would I say this? Oh, they're building a feud. For when? So is it going to just be Kenny and Osprey at Wembley, and then Osprey is just going to beat Swerve before? Like, are you stooging that, Dave? Like, what is it you're saying? I just don't get why you'd even respond to this. If Tony's your friend and you can call him on the phone, you guys know we cover it to death. That's why I'm at like a loss for words. It's like, this shit should go without saying. If we were friends and you had a wrestling company and you were like, yeah, well, they're going to build a feud. And then they started shooting on me online. And then I went, hey, well, it's because they're building a feud on this TV show. What the fuck? Like, you have to put it like that. You have to be Batman. It's funny because Dave says, oh, I'm Batman. And we make fun of that, but it's true. Like, be Batman sometimes. If anything's weird, you're like, what could be happening in life right now? You just be objective. Just be Batman for a second and go, okay, just pull yourself out of it and go, what are these? Like, what would this? Like, if I wasn't a part of this, what would it look like? Dave, like, for real, he just is inserting himself in like Osprey and Omega. That's not even a TV feud. Doesn't even make sense. It makes no fucking sense at all. I have a good friend I grew up with who had the diverticulitis operation. He isn't the same. It messed him up. Same operation, right? But then you look at Brock Lesnar and he was like, I feel 20 again and shit. So it can go either way, but yeah, it's fucking rank. It's a rank thing. But Kenny's clearly back. He wouldn't get, as Marv would say, booped in the stomach if he wasn't back. I'm like part of the story, yeah. So the whole feud is about
actually.
and whoever wins gets to bang him or something. That's what Dave wants it to be. It's so true. Dave's just talking. Kenny explained in his initial promo that he might need a colonostomy bag after the surgery. God damn.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we are praying
what
for
that-
Kenny.
Desmond's right, because that's all Dave does is just talk. Dave's just talking right there. Just clip that.
Yeah, he's talking shit and God damn it, and praying for Kenny on a positive note.